Greetings, my people. IJ Honorable coming to you once again. I want to talk to us about the upcoming governorship election in Anambra State. I know that many people have been doing a great job of reminding you that you must not vote on 18th November. But regardless, I want to add my voice to it because I am an indigene of Anambra State. Anambra Bubudum. And we Anambra people will not disappoint our fellow Biafrans in this struggle. So please remember that 18th November is a stay-at-home day to enjoy well-prepared ofen sala. Do not go out and do not vote. My people, the change we are talking about begins now, and it begins with you. Every one of us have a role to play in this struggle for freedom, and time has come to play your role. And your role is very simple. Once again, do not vote on 18th November and do not ever vote for a Nigeria election again. Here is a bitter truth everyone must know. The Western world will never take us seriously until we take ourselves seriously. All of us want good things, but many of us do not want to do the work that activates the good things. Just like we all want to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. How can you go to heaven without first dying? Unless, of course, you're Enoch, whom God whisked away from earth without physical death. The Western world have their own problems too. We have to do 95% of the work necessary for our good, and then look to them to help us with the remaining 5%. Your work starts now. Again, do not vote 18th November and in 2019 until your servants in the Nigeria government leadership starts respecting you and listening to your words. And we will know when they start respecting the people. It is when they do the work necessary to conduct referendum or restructure, just as the people have been asking them to do. A very wise man, Albert Einstein, the very brilliant and foremost scholar, said that insanity, which is isi maybe, is when someone keeps doing the same thing over and over, thinking that it will bring a different result the next time around. We all, including all other Nigerians, have been doing the same things over and over for almost 60 years, and each of those years that passes, things get worse or remain the same by the same handful of public servants we have in the government leadership positions. We have been voting for the same people who take power and do the same things over and over, things that don't help you. And they woo you, and once they get into the powerful positions, they forget you and pocket all the money without doing anything good for you. Was it not few weeks ago that we saw Anambra State Governor parading in the local market as if he cared about the people in the market? He was only there to trick and deceive you into thinking he cared for your problems, just because election is around the corner. I hope that you have not forgotten that this same man had a knowledge of Buhari's plan in deploying his rogue army to torture and kill you and your children and make you uncomfortable in your homes. I hope you have not forgotten. This same man seemed to know something about the terrorists that came into our churches and massacred innocent people. I hope you have not forgotten. I'm telling you the reasons, some of the little reasons. They are huge, but little stuff, little reasons why you must not vote for any of these people again. The biggest problem of this insanity, of this isi maybe, is that you all are watching it destroy the children that you give birth to into that very dysfunctional system called Nigeria. At least 90% of you and your children have no jobs and no source of income. I cannot count how many of your children send me messages asking me to help them escape Nigeria. It shouldn't be so. It should not be so. Nigeria is probably the only country with the largest population of its people outside of that country. Why? Because there is nothing to sustain young people in a stagnant and regressive economy. America only has 8 million people outside of America, and most of those 8 million people are artsy people, culture-loving people that like to explore the world. They don't leave America because it can survive. They leave America because they want to learn cultures of other civilizations in the world. Parents, you are failing your children. And if you go out and vote, you are digging their graves. We have done great damages to our children when we have kept on voting and supporting these wicked leaders for bags of rice and 500 naira tips. The future of our children is in great danger if you vote for Nigeria leaders again. Let's start now to undo the damages. This is a battle for the future of our children and descendants. Think of what kind of country or world you want your children to live in. If you are a good human being, then you want a country and a world where your children will have opportunities to go to good schools and get jobs afterwards by their own merit. And a country where there are good roads, hospitals, permanent electricity, law and order, security of your lives, respect for human rights, individual dignity, and much more. That is the dream for Biafra. Those are the things that Biafra will usher in. Let's create that world for our children by standing up to demand the obedience of your public servants in government positions. You demand their obedience when you stop giving them your mandate to lead. Do not vote on 18th November. Do not vote in 2019. Do not vote ever again until the public servants conduct referendum. ndị be anyị ikwuchakwa m olugo n'omume.